1 week before the pay-per-view, we get this show. Now, let's be honest as Impact fans. The show last week was okay. I'm sure most of you would think it was boring. Ow. That wasn't comfortable. Sorry. It was probably boring to most and okay to good to others. That's why it was just, that's it. Here, it was more action-packed because we had a little bit more action in the ring. And not that much story being driven. But I gotta be honest here. Several decisions that were made I do not agree with. First one is this. We are now going to get at the pay-per-view a fatal 4-way for the Impact Championship. Which is Moose, Killer Kross. Why? Why are you adding Moose and Killer Kross with Brian Cage and Johnny's match? I know many people say, well, they need to do it because we need the excitement. If you need excitement, why don't you throw Eli Drake into the mix? Why don't you throw Eddie Edwards into the mix? You got 2 more great wrestlers who really can talk. Well, when Eli Drake, who's actually a good wrestler in the ring. Then you got Eddie Edwards, who's doing the hardcore thing, where people really like it. You telling me that this is the best you can do? I honestly rather see Killer Kross and Moose in the tag division because we really need them there. Honestly, we need them there. But let's move on to Ali versus Kiera Hogan. I'm doing this now because honestly, this is one of the most disappointing parts of Impact for me personally. You got Kiera Hogan, who I believe is a very good wrestler. Yes, needs work. Still greenish. But I do believe she has great potential, just like Tessa Blanchard. Of course, Tessa, I believe, is a little more advanced than Kiera Hogan. She really is. She's able to adapt much better. And because of her, let's be honest here, I'm not against Tessa Blanchard, but let's be honest, she has name recognition. So she is automatically going to be recognized and pushed a lot more harder than most. Kiera doesn't have the same recognizable name, but she does have the same potential. Mind you, not as great as Tessa, but good. Then you get this match with her and Ali, and I hated it. It didn't really mean anything. What did we actually get with this match? Kiera again facing against Ali. Nothing. No sign of Rosemary. Then worse. Isn't Ali supposed to be influenced by Su Yung? What is she actually giving her? You guys tell me below what Su Yung is actually giving Ali, since Ali is just acting like Ali. Because if I remember correctly, Ali, after learning she lost her soul, went to Su Yung and went to Brother Mitchell to try and become more whole. That means she's supposed to be controlled and manipulated by Su Yung. And I've not seen that once. She just came to the ring already dressed what she should have been dressed at Homecoming. And there's nothing different. Really, I don't see anything different from Ali. She's still wrestling like Ali. Yes, she screams more, she yells more. But she's yelling like someone who's just angry and scared. Not someone whose mind has been controlled and manipulated. And I just felt like this was a waste. Mind you, it does give Jordie Grace more time on screen, which I'm alright with. She's a cute girl. Let's move on. I did not get the shot of, I don't know when Scarlett Bordeaux is getting in the ring. I mean, I know she'll probably get in the ring or debut at the pay-per-view, but the question is, when she'll be, I think I'm botching because I really don't want to see her get in the ring right now. Yes, she'll probably do it at the pay-per-view, and then she'll consequently do a couple of them in the next Impacts. But I would rather see her as a manager, and then maybe halfway through the year, she becomes a wrestler. That's the way I feel it. She just has such charisma, such appeal. She should be helping a young talent, or will established one get more. She should be working with Eli Drake, for goodness sake. I would rather see her work with Eli Drake than anyone else. And let's go to Eli Drake and Eddie Edwards. Now we got, Triple A and Impact is doing the World Cup again. Now, if I remember correctly, last year, Triple A got his ass kicked. So it kind of makes me think they're going to do the same thing again, unless they're actually going to let Triple A win this time. And I think actually that would probably help Impact, because they need to show they can't always win. But they probably won't. They showed a little bit of Triple A's guys, and then we saw a little bit of Eli Drake and Eddie Edwards talking about the match they're going to have against the Triple A guys. And Eli is begging Eddie to leave Kenny alone, to get out of those clothes, get into his ring attire, and be the old Eddie Edwards. Honestly, I don't want to see this. Now, of course, this means they may be pushing them to go into the tag title picture. But admittedly, like I said, I would rather see Moose and Killer Kross go in that position than Eddie and Eli Drake. I believe they would be better for the tag division, because they're really two big guys that people have to fight against. Because as it stands, we got really normal size to smaller guys that, yes, they're great in the ring, but we really need more. Now, we got Trey from the Rascals go up against Raju, which I felt was the second best match of the night. Raju isn't like one of the best aerialists. He's not one of the most high flyers, but he's a good wrestler. Character-wise, he sucks. He just sucks as a character. He just does. I'm sorry. He was maybe mildly interesting as Zane. My name, I love it. But once he became Raju, he hasn't really been doing much. Particularly the Deadly Hit Squad hasn't been doing much either. So Raju just seems very bland. Trey with the Rascals, at least they have a gimmick. They are trying to push Trey, saying that he is one of the be-all, end-all of aerialists. To be honest, I still think, Desmond Xavier. I think he's better. But he's pretty damn good. And in the end, it was, who won? I believe it was Trey who won. But what does this really mean? It's not like they're going into the tag title picture, which they should. We need tag teams. The Dexby Hit Squad has not done anything in the tag title picture. It would be good to see them do something. Now, we got, not much left after this. OVE versus Willie Mack and Rich Swann. It was an okay match, but there was no Sami Callihan. I think he should have been there. I'm sure people will probably say it was a good match, but to be honest, the match between Sami Callihan and King Puma was better than the Willie Mack and OVE match. Now, here's the thing about that match. It was better. It was the third best match of the night. Sorry, I'm just congested. It was the third best match of the night. But here was the problem for me personally. King Puma, fan favorite, no problem. But if he's going to jump off the top ring rope and turnbuckle to try and nail Sami and totally misses by a huge margin, lands on the ground and supposedly hurts his knee, you would think he would sell it more. And he didn't. That was the problem for me personally. He didn't even sell it one. If he sold it, they didn't record it. And when they did record it, he didn't sell it at all, which made it worse. Either the editing was bad or King Puma didn't sell it at all. Because even though Josh Matthews tried to sell it, saying it's surprising he's doing this after he hurt his leg, it was stupid. I don't care if he's a professional. I don't care if he has 20 years of really good experience as a wrestler. if you're going to go there selling an injury, act like it's really bad. Limp around the ring. I don't care if you're an American wrestler, a Japanese wrestler, a Mexican wrestler, or a Russian wrestler. Do your job properly. If you're going to fake getting hurt, do it for a while before you just go off and act like absolutely nothing's wrong with you. In the end, it was, who was the one who won? I forgot who won. It was Sami Callihan who won. I knew I forgot something. I guess I'm really congested. I took some medicine earlier. Sami won. It's supposed to set up for the World Cup. But really, I would rather not see the World Cup. I wouldn't mind seeing some AAA matches. But this World Cup where it might easily be where AAA is going to lose again for a second year in a row, I'm not really interested in it. Especially if it's a good match that I do like, but I know 100% that they're going to lose. I'm hoping they'll go there. And they let AAA win one. That's what I'm hoping for. Final match of the night. They are champions. What now? LAX versus Lucha Brothers. Here's the thing. You had two good matches. This one put it over the top for me personally. It was a damn good match. Very fast-paced. I'd rather see a balanced match. High flying. Cool. Some good grapple. Good. Or a lot of smash mouth. A lot of physical. And a lot of ground and pound. I know smash mouth is pretty much ground and pound. And in this respect, it kind of balances out that if you do a little bit of mixture of ground and pound with grapple, it's really more grapple. At least for me. But they gave us high flying with a lot of smash mouth. These four always have great matches. And they did not disappoint here. The crowd was into it. In the end, the Lucha Brothers win. You've probably been seeing a few of the shots I managed to grab because it was hard to try and grab an image that was so fast-paced. And that I had to remind myself, oh, I got to take a picture. So, what few I got, I hope you don't mind them. But let's be honest here. With what's been going on in the wrestling community, in the wrestling industry, with All Elite Wrestling and the WWE acting the way it is, I said this last year. Be careful about what's going on with Impact Wrestling. We don't know what's going to happen with them. And now with All Elite Wrestling beginning to gather people. And now WWE is also trying to grab people. We know that the WWE are signing people for longer contracts because they don't want them to leave. So they can't go anywhere. So I'm worried about Impact. I'm truly worried they're not going to have any type of talent to work with. Because when it comes down to it, at this point, Impact is becoming a developmental territory. Like OVW was. So, I'm thinking if Impact is in trouble, and they don't have enough people, they may need to go to All Elite Wrestling or WWE and say, and I don't want to say this, but I'm saying it. Hey, we know how to train people. Sponsor us. Make sure we have some money. Make sure you promote us a little bit. And we'll send you our people when they're ready. That might be the best option for them. Because if things keep going the way it is, and those two companies, especially once All Elite Wrestling finally gets on its feet, if it ever does, I'm worried about Impact. I'm hoping I'm wrong. And Impact now being on pursuit will at least get a better following because it's not still doing very well. Even with the new time slot. But this is just my point of view. It was still a good match at the end. Easily you could watch the last match, the Sami Callihan match, and the Raju and Trey match. Those three matches by themselves, without anything else, you can easily watch. And you'll enjoy it. You may think the rest of the show is kind of boring. This is my point of view. Have a good day. Have a good night. And I think if I don't forget to do Major League Wrestling, you will see an episode either Saturday or Sunday whenever they upload. Peace.